Good evening, and this is just a really exciting time because we have two of our United States senators who have been our biggest champions for keeping kids safe online. Since 2022, Senators Marsha Blackburn and Richard Blumenthal have co-sponsored the Kids Online Safety Act, or KOSA, earning broad bipartisan support and national attention for their efforts to hold tech companies accountable to make digital spaces safer for kids. They've reaffirmed their commitment by reintroducing KOSA into Congress, and they continue to champion children's online safety from every direction. So Senator Richard Blumenthal is the former Attorney General of Connecticut who served an unprecedented 5 terms and was, in 2010, was elected to represent Connecticut in the United States Senate. Senator Blumenthal is a fierce defender of consumer protections. As chair of the Commerce Consumer Protection Subcommittee, he led hearings and legislation to hold tech platforms like Facebook and Google and Twitter and TikTok accountable for privacy failings, for toxic and illegal content, and other serious harms. And he recently co-sponsored the Take It Down Act. Children are important to Senator Blumenthal, and it's illustrated by his co-sponsoring of the Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act and his ongoing leadership in KOSA. Senator Marsha Blackburn is a senior United States Senator from Tennessee and the first woman to represent Tennessee in her state. Senator Blackburn was previously represented Tennessee's 7th Congressional District in the United States House of Representatives, and she has been a pillar to fight to create safer spaces for kids online. In addition to her leadership in KOSA, she co-sponsored the trailblazing legislation like the Take It Down Act and the 2024 Her Report Act, which requires big tech companies to report sex trafficking crimes against children to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and was recently signed into law. So, Senator Blackburn has also led the charge to remove the moratorium on state AI regulation enforcement from the reconciliation package, and garnering overwhelming support from us as well as many other people in the United States. So I'm very excited to welcome Senators Marsha Blackburn and Richard Blumenthal to our stage. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you all so much, and thank you for beginning your dinner a little bit early. We have a vote that is going on the board at 8 o'clock, and we only have 30 minutes to get there and get the vote in before the vote closes. But I just want to say a heartfelt and very grateful thank you to you all for the work that you are doing, the research that you are doing. As I have talked to moms and dads and kids and teachers and preachers and pediatricians and grandparents, everyone, it has been heartbreaking to me to hear their stories about how their child got pulled in on social media and how they have gone into a spiral with depression and anxiety and eating disorders, and some have altered their life, some have ended up taking their life. And it is just heartbreaking to hear these stories. But you all are making such a significant difference as you do research work and as you point out to individuals that when children are online, they are the product. And social media platforms are making money off of these precious lives and are sending them many times down the rabbit holes. Senator Blumenthal and I have worked so hard on the Kids Online Safety Act and working diligently to make certain that the responsibility is on these platforms to have that duty of care for children, to make certain that the children are going to have a toolbox with the parents, that they can get past these algorithms, making those algorithms open up, and making certain that children in the virtual space are going to be protected like children in the physical space. You know, in the physical space, you cannot take children to pornographic shows. You can't sell them alcohol. You can't sell them tobacco. There are laws in place, and we want to protect these children. And we want to make certain the protections in the virtual space are there for them each and every day, so that each child in this country has the opportunity to live out their version of the American dream, and so they can make their hopes and dreams come true. And the work you are doing is so significant to allowing children to realize that potential. So thank you for continuing that work, and thank you for the support you've continued to show Senator Blumenthal and I as we have worked on the Kids Online Safety Act. Because of you, we're going to get this across the finish line. Thank you so much.
I can't tell you how much this moment means to me. As I look at this group, I see people who have invested, as you have done, your lives, your careers, to helping keep children safe and to advancing their education. The Institute of Digital Media and Child Development has done pioneering work, but you individually have contributed so much, and so I really am so grateful for this recognition. It's a moment of tremendous meaning to me, but I will tell you, as meaningful as this moment is, the moments that I've spent with moms and dads who've lost children, with young people who have seen their peers go through the emotional devastation that can result from social media, from the algorithms that big tech knows as their business model is to addict and harm children. And their courage has inspired me to be a part of this great effort. I want to thank my partner in this effort, Senator Blackburn. You know, there is a lot of talk these days about how Republicans and Democrats can't do anything together. This work has been totally bipartisan. Totally bipartisan. We went individually to each of our colleagues, both sides of the aisle, 91-3 in the United States Senate last session. We are going to do it again in the Senate, and we're going to finish the job in the House. Because the Kids Online Safety Bill is just common sense, protecting children, making sure that there is accountability, and for an entire industry to be held harmless when they are causing harm is un-American. So we're going to continue this fight with your help. You are the real champions and the heroes here because of the work that you do day in and day out in all of your different disciplines. And I want to thank Colleen, all of the team here who has made it possible for us to come together. And just one last point. This world is advancing so quickly, and the technology is outpacing our laws. We need to be mindful of the urgency here, the urgency of this moment. And so the fight is now, and thank you for all that you are doing and for this wonderful recognition. Thank you, and we will see you again. Thank you. I'm really sorry we have to run. That's beautiful.
Your dedication and bravery. I helped you out. Your work is such a deeply. Such support. Thank you. And I hope you got reach out. Yes. Whatever needs to be done. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. And I love what you're doing. Godspeed. Godspeed. Yes. Yes. I know. I'm very touched.
We have some of the brightest minds in the
I
whole
know,
world
and I
here.
love that. Yes.
The researchers to support your efforts, but you already know what the right thing to do is, and you're
And you do it. And that's important.
It's a great pleasure and frankly an honor to call out one more policy award for an incredible individual. On behalf of the Institute, I have the great pleasure of honoring Senator Edward Markey with a Lifetime Advocate for Children's Digital Privacy Rights Award. How many people know who Senator Markey is? I want to emphasize that, that these people that we're honoring are incredibly important to our mission. And they're important because we need their help. Every research presentation I went to today, every implication of the research you do ultimately relies on people having the will to help us enact the policies that we need. And I want to also emphasize that Children in Screens is not an advocacy organization. We are a scientific organization. Our job is to provide these people with the science and the evidence they need to make informed decisions to put the best interests of children forward. And the people we're honoring today have had the courage to do that for a long time. And we're very lucky to have them, and we're honored that they showed up. Senator Markey is not here, but he has for decades been an advocate for children's online safety and privacy. Prior to serving as a United States Senator of Massachusetts, Senator Markey represented Massachusetts' 7th Congressional District in the U.S. House of Representatives. Senator Markey has a long history of leading trailblazing legislation in defense of privacy and creating a safe and effective internet, especially for children. He was the House author of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPA, which you heard about today, which passed in 1998. And think about that. 1998. Some of you weren't even fellows then. It's a long time ago. It's eons ago when we think about what the research we're doing today and what digital media lives are today for today's children. It's clearly in need of updating. And I might add that if we updated it today, it wouldn't be far-reaching enough. Because if you went to the AI panel today, you realize that we have a whole new generation of technology that's coming forward, and we need to be ready to update COPA tomorrow, if not yesterday. I'm going off script, by the way. I hope that's okay. I'm supposed to read what's in front of me, but you know, that's not how I roll. All right, so where was I? While in the House, he introduced the Internet Freedom Preservation Act the first net neutrality bill introduced in Congress, he has also been a key leader on providing privacy protections for personal information such as medical records, financial records, and online purchases. Senator Markey recently introduced the Children and Teens Online Privacy Protection Act, COPA 2.0, a much-needed update to COPA, which strengthens existing protections for children and extends those protections to teenagers. The Institute extends its tremendous gratitude to Senator Markey, although it cannot be here to accept the award in person. The Senator has sent remarks we'd like to play for all of you. I'm guessing I get out of the way. Oh, no, it's over there. Okay. Please watch the video.
Hello, everyone. I'm Senator Ed Markey, and I just want to tell you how honored I am to accept the Policymaker Award from Children and Screens. Thank you for this recognition, and thank you for the extraordinary work that you do to support families, to elevate research, to protect children in the digital world. I've spent so much of my career fighting to ensure children grow up with the privacy, the safety, and digital protections which they deserve. And that's why I authored the original Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPPA, nearly 30 years ago, which is the law in our country, and why I've been fighting ever since to strengthen those protections for a new generation in the social media era. Today's kids are navigating a perilous digital landscape, which has helped to contribute to a devastating youth mental health crisis. The numbers are actually staggering. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2023, 1 in 4 teenage girls seriously considered suicide. 1 in 8 teenage girls actually attempted suicide. And 1 in 5 LGBTQ high school students attempted suicide. I've introduced COPPA 2.0 to modernize our online privacy protections for young people. And we need to make it the law in our nation. My new bill bans targeted advertising to kids and teens, expands existing online privacy protections to give teenagers, and gives kids an eraser button to remove their personal information, and closes a loophole that allows companies to pretend children aren't using their platform. COPPA 2.0 has been intensely vetted and has wide bipartisan support. Just last month, it passed the Senate Commerce Committee unanimously. It's long past time to get Congress to do the right thing, to get the job done for young people in our country. To the researchers, educators, and advocates gathered at this year's Scientific Congress, thank you for grounding this movement in science, in compassion, and in truth. And I'm proud to be with you in this work. Thank you for what you do every single day of the year.